Coming up on this episode of MTV News, we talk to Ms. Carney,
talk about kindness,
and learn about equality.
Stay tuned for all this and more, only on MTV.
Hello, Del Paso Manor Mustangs.
Welcome to our winter episode of MTV News.
I'm Eleanor.
And I'm Eden.
We have an amazing episode for you today. But first, we head to the other side of the fence to learn more about math behind the construction of our new school.
Hey DPM Mustangs, we're here at the construction site to take a peek into how math makes an impact on the construction of our new school.
So my name is Spencer. I'm one of the senior project engineers out on site at Del Paso Manor. I work for McCarthy Building Companies. We're the general contractor on the project. So math is used all over the place in construction. Everything from the very beginning of the design all the way through to the end.
The construction process starts with the ground up.
This is a detention basin that is one aspect of our project, very closely tied with mathematics, because this detention basin actually holds all of the stormwater runoff from our site. We need to predict how much rainfall we're going to get and make sure that we're not just projecting rain or runoff into the surrounding neighborhood and all of the county storm drains. So this detention basin actually was calculated and sized based on the rainfall that we're predicting.
Being able to solve problems while working with others is a key component in the completion of our new school.
I get to work with a team every day to problem solve and come up with solutions. We're modeling all these buildings on computers before we even put a shovel in the ground. And we're making sure that everything from the plumbing and the ductwork and the wood structure, the concrete, all the way through the finishes, that everything is going to fit in its intended place per the design.
How else is math used in the construction site?
A lot of important shapes are incorporated, and squares and circles are really important. We have to deal with angles a lot. We have to make sure that our buildings are straight so that all of our different trades can fit together inside the building.
Geometry plays an important role in keeping the construction site dry and the neighborhood safe from flooding.
I'm running the mechanical, electrical, and plumbing trades out here. All the pipes have calculations as well to make sure that water can flow, that air can flow through ductwork. Pipes that go through the structure, they feed water to the sinks. They take waste outside of the building, off-site. We put so much time and effort into reading physical paper and drawings, trying to understand what this thing is going to look like in 3 dimensions. And after you spend months and years putting our best effort forth to understand the plans, once you see it come together and we say, yeah, we got this, it's a really rewarding feeling when you get to put physical time and effort into the job and then see it be complete and say, you know what, I had a hand in that, and that's pretty cool.
While DPM students only have access to one side of the fence, it's clear that there's a lot of math going on the other side.
The other side of the fence may look a little bit messy, but you can do your part to keep this side nice and clean. Hey kid, come throw away your trash. Okay.
Ow. Throw away your trash no matter what the risk.
Now we take a look at equity and equality in our school.
Wait, what's the difference?
I don't know, let's go check it out.
Until we get equality in education, we won't have an equal society. Because DPM is such a diverse place, it's important to treat everyone equally.
So my name is Diana Marshall, and I am the Director of Equity and Student Achievement in San Juan.
By speaking to Mrs. Marshall, we gained a better understanding of the relationship between equity and equality.
So equality has a sense of that everybody gets the same.
My teacher helps our class learn by going over the questions with us after we've completed them.
She treats everybody equally and fair enough to where she'll talk to individuals, herself, and everyone in our class usually.
He helps us all with like our math questions and stuff, and like he gives us hints and clues so we can get like the answer.
equity is really changing that focus a little bit and moving into that everybody gets what they need.
Our teacher helps us learn by making a list on the board, and you can add your name if you need extra help.
He would cheer me on so I don't get sad if I don't get it right.
Whether it's resources or activities or things like that, that we just distribute that evenly and everybody gets the same. When you're treated with equity and respect, and that really gives you a sense of belonging. And when you feel a sense of belonging, you feel part of the community. And when you feel part of the community, then you feel like you belong and you want to be there and you want to do the best for that community.
What does acceptance mean to DPM students?
Always have to include somebody inside of a game and always don't leave people out.
It's important to welcome people that are new to school because we don't want to make them feel left out or sad.
When you welcome someone, when you accept them, they feel like happy and they feel like they have someone to look out for them.
Getting to know and accept and understand that those diverse ways of thinking, those diverse lenses of seeing the world actually makes our world a better place. When students have a sense of belonging and that they all feel like all of their identities are being met and accepted and that we all embrace diversity, I think that gives all students a sense of belonging. If you have that sense of belonging, students actually achieve better.
So remember to treat all of your fellow DPM Mustangs with respect and kindness.
Let's see how Mr. Lamar's 4th grade students have focused on kindness in their classroom.
Kindness is being respectful to everyone all the time. Just because someone's different from you doesn't mean you should treat them differently.
Just because someone looks different doesn't mean you treat them differently. You treat them the same way that they treat you.
Don't judge someone by how they look. Judge them by how they act.
If you're mean to people, they might be mean to you. But if you're nice to people, they'll probably be nice to you.
You should always shine kindness, but never the hate.
Kindness is more important than knowledge.
Just because people look or sound different doesn't give you the right to treat them badly or differently. Being mean doesn't benefit you or anyone, so why be mean?
Just because someone is a different gender or a different race, it doesn't mean you should pick on them or be rude to them.
Just because people are rich or poor, looking good or look bad, doesn't mean you treat them bad or good.
People that come from different countries get discriminated, but there's no need for discrimination.
Character is not equal to how much you know, so no division.
Next up, news reporter Sophia shares a segment on what teachers might be doing during their prep time.
Being a teacher must be really hard. They are responsible for educating students for 6 hours a day. Do you ever wonder what they might be doing when you head off to art, music, and PE? Let's check in with a few Mustangs to see what they think their teacher might be doing.
During my teacher's prepping time, I think she's sleeping on the beanbag.
Watch Netflix and eats her secret stash of high chews.
I think my teacher might be going to Starbucks. I think she eats a snack and sleeps, playing video games on her phone.
Those are some creative responses. Let's check in with a few teachers to see what they're really doing.
Something I do during my prep is I look through all of the paperwork that my students did during the day, and I see how they did on some of it so that we know what we can work on the next day.
Plan, and I copy and file and grade things. I'm usually running around all over the school, and I try to drink my coffee.
I am most of the time reading the books that the students are reading, and then I'm looking for ways to extend their learning, extend their thinking.
It's busy. 40 minutes a day is not enough to get it all done, but it's enough to get some things started anyway.
Case closed. Unfortunately, teachers just do a lot of work during their prep time. None of it that fun.
Let's take a look into one of our classrooms here on the DPM campus.
Miss Carney's classroom is full of high energy and focused students. What's her secret to keeping them engaged?
My classroom is very different than normal classrooms.
My teacher makes learning fun.
I like to keep things really lively and active in the classroom.
She makes it fun by she adds up calendars and stuff, and she makes it challenging.
Giving kids challenges helps them succeed.
Just doing fun games and other types of learning than just reading out of the book and doing worksheets.
Stuff we have activities that goes up to 1 through 10.
So my room is kind of like a home in a way.
Happier and comfortable.
They're able to make the decision of moving around throughout the day where they want to, and making a choice. If they're staying next to somebody that isn't making a good choice for their learning, then they choose to leave and go to another space. Collaboration is a lot easier with flexible seating. It's easier for partners to pair up with each other.
If we need help reading or something, we ask our friends.
Giving her students choices makes the classroom experience more enjoyable.
If they don't want to sit at the carpet, they can go and sit on the couch or on a bouncy ball if they're more active. Students are able to make the choices for themselves on how they want to learn.
It makes it more enjoyable because we can sit next to our friends.
I'm more in a group which I'm not alone and stuff. It makes me feel way better.
She'll make us confident.
Lots and lots of collaboration and partner work keeps them engaged as well. Teaching them real life skills on how to communicate with each other and make the best choice for themselves and how to be successful in the classroom.
If we need help with math, she puts up these number lines and stuff that makes us and that helps us, and she shows us different ways how to solve them and stuff.
When kids are engaged and supported, they do better in school and in life.
Grab your binder and meet me in the classroom for this next feature.
Right, students, time to turn in your math homework.
Okay.
Oh, I don't have my homework.
That is a 0 for Weston, but a 4+ for Jinju.
Students with clean binders are more successful in school and better at keeping track of their papers. Use the following tips to help you organize your binder.
Always 3-hole punch your papers and clip them into the 3 rings in your binder. Label your tabs and put your papers in the corresponding tab. Throw away any papers you don't need.
How do I do all that?
First, you use a 3-hole puncher.
She's gonna have her homework and I'm not gonna have mine.
She's coming now.
Keep this paper. We'll review it later.
This will go in your math section because it's a math paper. And you can throw away those papers that we don't need anymore.
Okay.
Remember to always keep your binder neatly arranged.
Well, that's all we have time for on Mustang TV.
I'm Eleanor.
And I'm Eden, signing off. See you next time on Mustang News.
Hey, Mustangs. I'm Carrie.
And I'm Eden.
We need your help.
As DPM students, you can be MTV's eyes and ears around campus. Email the address below to share your ideas.